My dear friend, you are not here by accident, and I truly believe this moment is meant for you. Something powerful is waiting, something that can transform the way you see money, life, and your walk with God. If you've ever felt torn inside, feeling guilty for having money, or feeling anxious because you don't have enough, know that you are not alone. These struggles are not new. People have wrestled with them for centuries, and yet the Bible, with its eternal wisdom, offers a way forward. It doesn't avoid the subject of money. It speaks directly to it, not with judgment, but with guidance, clarity, and grace. What you'll hear today can break chains, bring peace to your heart, and reshape the way you live and give. You see, money is not evil in itself. Like fire, it can burn or it can warm. It can be misused to harm, but it can also be used as a tool of blessing, to feed families, to care for the poor, to build, to give, to create space in our lives, to pursue God's calling without fear. When we handle it with wisdom, it becomes something holy, reflecting the goodness of God Himself. That's why, in this journey we are about to take, we'll uncover not just abstract ideas, but 7 foundational principles from Scripture that hold the power to transform how you think about money and how you live. Stay with me until the end, because each verse carries a lesson that can truly change your story forever. The very first principle is this: God owns everything. That's the foundation. It's written in 1 Chronicles 29:11. Yours, Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the majesty and the splendor, for everything in heaven and earth is yours. Let that truth sink in. Everything belongs to Him. Everything we see, touch, or dream of acquiring is already His. He is not only the Creator, but the rightful owner of all things. Psalm 24:1 reinforces this truth with even sharper clarity. The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. When we embrace this reality, money stops being an idol or a measure of our value. It becomes simply what it is, a resource on loan to us from God. And with that perspective, our mindset shifts. Instead of grasping at wealth out of fear, we step into trust, gratitude, and freedom. Instead of being chained by the scarcity of the world, we become stewards, caretakers of what belongs to the King. This stewardship changes everything. Every financial choice becomes a spiritual one. From how we spend to how we save, it's all about alignment with God's purposes. And when you live as a steward, peace enters where fear once ruled. Proverbs 3:9 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops." That's not about money leaving your hands. That's about freedom entering your heart. To honor God with our wealth is to live as though He truly owns it all, and He does. The second lesson is about contentment, and this one is more challenging in today's world. Every advertisement screams that we don't have enough, that we aren't enough unless we buy, upgrade, or achieve more. But contentment is not about settling for less. It's about learning to rest in God, no matter the circumstances. Philippians 4:12-13 says it beautifully. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Notice, it's learned, not instant. Contentment is a spiritual discipline grown through trust. Hebrews 13:5 adds, "Keep your lives free from the love of money, and be content with what you have, because God has said, 'Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you.'" True contentment doesn't come from possessions. It comes from presence, the presence of God who never abandons us. Without this contentment, we are constantly chasing the next thing, a raise, a purchase, a goal that promises happiness but leaves us hungry again. But when we anchor ourselves in God's sufficiency, the cycle breaks. We stop measuring life by accumulation and begin measuring it by transformation, who we are becoming in Christ. Gratitude replaces envy, peace replaces striving. We realize, as Paul wrote in 1 Timothy 6:6, "But godliness with contentment is great gain, and in that gain we find freedom money cannot purchase." The third principle is sobering. Our relationship with money reveals the truth about our hearts, how we handle it, whether we hoard, spend recklessly, or live in constant worry, shows where our trust really lies. Ecclesiastes 5:10 says, "Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income." That endless craving is not about money itself. It's about misplaced love. Luke 12:15 warns us, "Watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed." Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. When we attach our worth to money, we set ourselves on a treadmill that never stops. But when we detach, when we release that false grip, money becomes what it should be, a servant, not a master. This leads us to the fourth truth. Money is spiritual. It is physical in form, yes, but how we engage with it is always spiritual. Jesus declared in Matthew 6:24, "No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money." This isn't about condemning wealth, but about guarding loyalty. Who is Lord in your life? Is it the number in your bank account? Or is it the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills? Psalm 50:10. When we put God first, money falls into its rightful place. It stops being the master pulling our strings and becomes the tool we wield for kingdom purposes. Deuteronomy 8:18 reminds us, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." Even our capacity to earn is a gift. Why would we boast in the gift and forget the giver? Connected to this is the fifth truth. Our work is not just labor for survival, it is partnership with God. Jesus calls us in Matthew 11:28-29. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Work was never meant to crush us. It was meant to connect us with God's purposes. Colossians 3:23-24 reminds us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." When we see our efforts as service to God, money stops being the measure of success. Joy and purpose take its place. The sixth principle is about debt. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." Debt shackles us. It robs us of peace, enslaves our decisions, and steals tomorrow's freedom for today's consumption. Romans 13:8 echoes this. "Let no debt remain outstanding, except the continuing debt to love one another." God desires His children to walk free, not in bondage. Every step toward living within our means, every choice to avoid the trap of endless borrowing is a step toward freedom, not just financial, but spiritual. It is choosing trust in God over chains to lenders. Finally, the seventh truth is crucial. Our possessions do not define us. In a culture obsessed with wealth and status, Jesus cuts through with his words in Matthew 6:19-21. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moths and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. True treasure cannot be stolen, corroded, or lost in a market crash. True treasure is eternal, acts of faith, love, generosity, obedience. Luke 12:33-34 echoes this when Jesus says, "Sell your possessions and give to the poor. Provide purses for yourselves that will not wear out, a treasure in heaven that will never fail." Your identity is not the car you drive, the clothes you wear, or the home you live in. Your identity is hidden with Christ in God, Colossians 3:3. And when we grasp this, we stop living for appearances and start living for eternity. My friend, as you reflect on these 7 truths, remember, God's wisdom on money is not about limiting you, it's about liberating you from fear, from greed, from endless striving, and from the lies of this world. It's about guiding you into peace, abundance, and spiritual strength. Stewardship is freedom, contentment is joy, trust is security, purpose is fulfillment, and treasures in heaven are eternal. So let me leave you with this. Proverbs 11:25 says, "A generous person will prosper, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." The way forward is not fear, but generosity, not worry, but trust, not storing up, but pouring out. This is the life God invites you into. If this message has touched you, let it sink deep. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't stop here. Keep walking, keep growing, keep aligning your heart with His. Because when you handle money God's way, you're not just changing your finances, you're changing your life, your future, and your eternal story.